Well, welcome to Olympic Park, Muswellbrook for round 3 of the Group 21 competition in reserve grade. Muswellbrook taking on last year's premiers, Aberdeen Tigers. Last weekend, Aberdeen had a pretty good win against Greater Branxton and Muswellbrook a close win against Marundai. They're currently sitting in second, Aberdeen, and Muswellbrook in third. Joining me in commentary, Paul Benkovic and Bomber Jones. Benko, this is going to be a cracking match.
Be fantastic. Been looking forward to this all week. Especially after Muswellbrook's very good result against Marundai last week, and I know Bomber will probably have something to say about that as well. A couple of key points out of that game. Big Mickey Dukin is out for an indefinite period. Hopefully it's only 6 weeks, the shorter option. He's got a fractured eye socket after a belt by one of the Marundai boys, a real old-fashioned swinging arm. And I believe Hayden Fox is also out, Bomber.
Yep.
There's a couple of other injuries there. Brendan Taylor's got a foot injury. He came off the bench for the reserve grade side last week. But overall, I think, look, what a great day it is for rugby league. It's not too hot, and Aberdeen will be out to continue their run. They've won the reserve grade premiership for the last 2 seasons, and I'm looking forward. It should be a fantastic match.
Yeah, Bango, I'm looking forward to the Aberdeen side, very experienced side against a very inexperienced Muswellbrook side. The Aberdeen side will be at number 1, Elliot Sirhan, number 2, Sam Gleeson, number 3, Grant Saville, number 4, Terry Russo, 5 will be David Manane, number 6, Matt Thompson, 7, Isaac Boyle, 8, Gordon Akuma, 9, Jacob Boyle, 10, Brad Fenton, 11, Jim Diggins, 12, Graham McRae, 13, Brock Foreman. On the bench we've got Cameron Bateman in 14, 15 will be Tim Fitzsimmons, 16, BJ Christensen, 17, the old-timer Marty Akuma, 18, Travis Bateman, and the other old-timer, number 19, Mark Wilton.
Very good team, Bomber, and the thing about that side is there's a lot of depth there as well in the ranks. The Muswellbrook side from 1 to 18, Nick Fuller is number 1, the fullback, Joe Andrews 2, Johnny White 3, Kennedy, Jacob Kennedy 4, Luke Van Roon is 5, Brad Collette makes a welcome return for the reserve grade side at 5'8", number 6, Lukey Cameron 7, the front row is Jason Hovey and Alex Armstrong in 8 and 10 respectively. Jason Choppy Mackay is the hooker at 9, Bailey Carter, Wade McKenzie will pack down in 11 and 12, Andrew Burgess at 13. The reserves, Matty Mackay 14, Nick Clark, a new player to the club this year, he's at 15, Jackie Wilson 16, Nathan Graham at 17, and big man himself, Liam Dunn, is at 18, who had a cracker of 10 minutes when he came on in A grade last week, Reggie.
He certainly did, mate. And one notable thing we've got to point out there is Marty Akuma, a rugby league legend in the group, especially up there in Tiger territory, playing alongside his son. That's a thrill, mate. I would love to have done that with my son down the track, but that won't happen, and I'm sure you would have loved to do it with your young fella.
Yeah, but I'm about 35 years older than Stubbs at the moment. You won't see me on a football field in a hurry again.
I reckon we could tee it up for an old boys match.
The referee today is
Dave Windle.
Dave Windle, yes. So this should be a great game. Really looking forward to it. A lot of personal battles out there too I'm looking forward to as well. Johnny Deacon didn't don the gear this week. They got plenty of boys ready to take the gear, and Deeks has had the week off. I asked Johnny Deacon yesterday, Bomber, I didn't realise he was 40 this year, and brother Mick is 37, so they're still playing where it's possible for the reserve grade side, so well done to both boys.
Yep, that's good work from the veterans.
Here's a kick-off. Great hands by Joey Andrews, yes. That was going over the dead ball for all money, but a very good, well fielded there. He's taken it in 15 metres in from the line, or about 20 out. And here's Alex Armstrong with his first run of the day. He's tackled centre field right at the 20-metre line. Good tackle there by Brad Fenton, the Aberdeen. Here's Jason Hovey. He went off last week with an elbow injury. He's got it really well strapped up today. He makes an input, boys, every time he gets a ball, Hoves. And just one little thing, and I think you touched on it last week, Bomber, that as soon as Hovey gets a ball, he's just got to learn to get out of his red zone first before he looks to unload.
Yeah, that was evident in that run there. He's playing with a lot of depth for a front rower. He should be getting that ball on the ad line, just finding his front. It was a good take by Dave Manane.
Yeah, Manane gets the ball on his own 30, takes it, brings it back in about 15 metres infield, hitting a good tackle from young Wade McKenzie and Jacob Kennedy. Johnny White over the top, my apologies. Aberdeen, Aberdeen just getting the ball. They're just shy of halfway. Is Jacob Boyle at dummy half. Ball goes out there to, I can't see that boy's number.
Got number 11 there.
Jim Diggins.
Is that Jimmy Diggins? I don't think that's Jim Diggins.
No.
No.
That might be Graham McRae or Brocky Foreman. Brocky Foreman it is. Here's Isaac Boyle. He gets the ball. Both brothers are playing. Callum, Jake and Isaac. My apologies to the Boyle boys. He's got Matty Thompson with the big high bomb. Who's under it? Great work there from the fullback, Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller, he came on last week and really made an impact in the reserve grade game. He's new to the club, Nick Fuller.
Yeah, I don't know where he's from, Banko. I'll find that out.
No, he's not from Tukley. It's the other boy that's on the bench, Nick Clark.
I'll have to find that out, but he looks likely in his first few touches.
Well, that was a good touch a good catch under heavy windy conditions. You might hear them coming through the microphone. Choppy Mackay after a good run from Bailey Carter there. And then it's the next run is Jason Hovey. Choppy Mackay goes for his usual, comes under a high shot from one of the ball boys, I think. And yes, Dave Windle certainly didn't miss him. Right on the halfway line, centre field. Muswellbrook will receive the first penalty of the game. Luke Cameron will kick for touch. That wind is playing havoc, boys.
Yeah, that wind has definitely picked up something shocking here in the last 10 minutes. So it'll be interesting come first grade as well. But very good set of six there for Muswellbrook to get down to the 50-metre line and draw that penalty late in the tackle count.
Here we go. Johnny White's got the ball now. Gives the ball to Wade McKenzie. Wade McKenzie jinks off his left and goes forward about 22 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Centre field, Luke Cameron gives a short pass to Alex Armstrong, and Alex Armstrong swivels out of one. He's wrestled by three other Aberdeen defenders. Still centre field. 22 metres out, ball goes over to Brad Collette. Very, very dangerous player, and as usual, he gets under one, beats two. Great leg speed from Brad for Fons Collette, and he's only 3 metres out. Muswellbrook on the attack. Ball goes to Jason Hovey. He's come under a high tackle. He's still swivelling. Only a metre out from the line.
Look for Mackay.
Options both sides of the ruck. Long ball out the back to Luke Cameron. Luke Cameron looks for the ball. He little chip over the top, and Manane. Not a great deal of pressure on Manane there. And he took it very cleanly in his own in goal, so they'll get a 7 tackle count right on their 20-metre line.
Dave Windle just must have told him to slow up because he was going for the quick tap.
Maybe Dave couldn't keep up.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No, that certainly wasn't the right option by Luke. That was a good set. We got a good roll forward, created by Brad Collette. Brad will probably beat most first tackles in any grade, let alone here in reserve grade.
There's a great run by Graham McRae.
That's McRae, yes. Here's Manane. Manane's taking the ball up. He gets up over halfway. Comes to Andrew Burgess and Bailey Carter. He's taken 45 out from the Muswellbrook line. Centre field. Ball goes out to Jake Boyle. Jake Boyle gets the ball to Matty Thompson. Matty Thompson was a good tackle there by Jacob Kennedy. Here's Isaac. Ball goes out to big Brad Fenton.
He's offloaded.
Sloppy pass, and Elliot Serhan. It's interesting, Bomber. Elliot Serhan, his first game back against his old club. He's slotted in at fullback for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether Elliot's gone up there to crack first grade or whether he's gone up to play with his mates. But before he came to Muswellbrook, he played a lot of reserve grade in some successful Aberdeen sides. So, yeah, Elliot's a good man, and hopefully he plays well, and hopefully he's just on the wrong side of the scoreboard today.
Yeah, I'll echo those sentiments. He's a good bloke. I think the latter option was the case. I had to talk to Elliot up there a couple of weeks ago, and he wanted to sort of finish playing his rugby league career against with his mates, the Isaac and Jacob Boyle. So, look, can't begrudge him that. Muswellbrook scrum win. It goes out to Nick Clark and Nick Fuller, my apologies. Ball goes to Johnny White. He gets up over the halfway line, 10 metres in from touch. Joe Andrews at dummy half. Andrews gets a long ball out to Cameron. A little bit flat, the forwards there, so Cameron had no choice but to go himself. No ground made there. Brad Collette at first receiver. Long ball there. Ball goes to a short pass to Alex Armstrong. Alex just got to get that leg movement and that motion going a little bit quicker. Leg speed going. Collette. Ball goes back inside to Jason Hovey. He's hitting a good tackle. He swivels out of one, unloads to another to Alex Armstrong. Back here again on the left-hand side of the field. About 28 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Choppy Mackay, they've got options both sides of the ruck. Choppy Mackay is going to go right to Brad Collette. Brad Collette goes, he dummies, goes himself. Nearly beats one, but he tackled. Always takes nearly 3 defenders to get Brad Collette down. Choppy Mackay gets the ball over to Luke Cameron. Luke Cameron puts a high ball up. Dave Manane, there's no pressure on him. He should take this cleanly. It's knocked on by a Muswellbrook player. Over the Joe Andrews comes through and places the ball down, but it was certainly a knock on by the Muswellbrook chasers there.
I don't know much about Sam Gleeson, Bomber and Benko, but look, kicking to Dave Manane. Dave's pretty safe as the bank. He can play any position on the field. He was front row last year as well.
Actually, I mentioned to Benko before the game that young Sam Gleeson is the son of Greg Gleeson, who was a Merriwar and Denman legend.
Absolutely. Here's Elliott dumbing half run. That man we're talking about. He's tackled about 31 metres out from his own line, 22 metres in from touch. Ball goes from dummy half from Jake Boyle. Jake Boyle gets the ball onto
Grant Saville.
I think that is Grant Saville. Yes, my apologies. Isaac Ball looks to give an inside pass there to Manane, but I think Manane overran him. So Isaac will take the ball right on the halfway line, plays it to his brother Jake, who puts the ball downtown, skids in. He won't find touch, and here's Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller will get the ball. Jinx one way, but he's well held there. They try a one-on-one strip with Graham McRae, and McRae fails to do so, so Nick Fuller takes that tackle. 20 metres out, 15 in from touch. Ball goes short pass onto Luke Van Roon, and Van Roon he gets hit. A good tackle by 3 Aberdeen defenders, one of them Jimmy Diggins. 21 metres out from his own line, long pass. I don't think Luke Cameron was expecting that, but he gives it on to, tips it on to Wade McKenzie. It takes it centre field. Still about 23 out from his own line. Here's Jacob Kennedy. Jacob Kennedy had a big game last week. Yeah, great run. He played well last week in the match against Murrundi, boys.
Yeah, he did play well. They probably went away from him after they got some success going towards him, and for the rest of the game they went away from him. So hopefully they can give him a bit of clean ball today and see what he can do one-on-one with his opposition.
So Luke Cameron's put the ball down well into the Aberdeen field of play, and Elliott Serhan. He's beaten about 4 defenders there, and he's just shy of the halfway line there, and a good return kick. He's the big fella, Sammy Gleeson, as we speak. He's tackled, good tackle from Jacob Kennedy and Jason Hovey, and they've given a penalty away. Too much. Dave Windle said there was an elbow in the tackle around the mush. And so Aberdeen will have a great attacking set lined up here. Matty Thompson's going to kick for touch.
Yeah, there's not much in the game at the moment. Looks like young Fitzsimmons is going to come on the field now for someone who's just come off. I can't get who that. Jim Diggins has come off, and Tim Fitzsimmons, he's a new bloke to the club by the look of him.
Well, Cardinal Senior Bomber, Aberdeen went for a little bit too much ground, Matty Thompson, and failed to find touch. So Nick Fuller, the fullback, he got that ball there. That was a bad error by the Aberdeen boys. They had a great set lined up, and look at this run by Jason Hovey.
Needs to be backed up with another good go forward.
Absolutely. Here's Nathan Graham. He's on the field. Andrew Burgess is off, and they've also got a penalty out of that. Too much work in that tackle by Jake Boyle on Jason Hovey. And he's questioning Dave Windle. Hovey didn't need to throw the ball at him. That's just going to create drama. He's got to hold his head here, Hoves.
Yeah, there's been a couple of replacements. We've got Jack Wilson on, and hopefully Chop Mackay stays on here a bit longer. If we can get a bit of go forward through Hovey and your Nathan Graham, young Chop Mackay can capitalise on that, and even Brad Collette. But it's a vital set, this one, that we get a completion. He does find touch.
Alex Armstrong and Andrew Burgess are off the field. Muswellbrook, we're going to get a good set of 6 here, good attacking set of 6. About 32 metres out from the Aberdeen line. First ball goes Johnny White. He shows it to Wade McKenzie. Beats 1, beats 2. He's going across field. He's going to make the 20-metre line. Good run from Johnny White there. Choppy Mackay at dummy half. Gives the ball out to Lukey Cameron. Lukey Cameron's looking for runners inside and out, and that pass wasn't needed.
No.
Goodness me.
It was second tackle. Poor football.
And I think there's been another strip, has there? Wade McKenzie got that ball? No, he didn't. What was that, Bomber? That was just ordinary. That's coach killer stuff.
No, Luke needs to get his head back in the game here and just give the ball straight out or just run himself. None of these trick plays here. There's plenty of blokes who can do that. Get the ball in the hands of Collette, Fuller and Kennedy.
Good run from Dave Manane there, Reggie.
Yeah, no, he's very reliable, Dave. I've played alongside him and played against him. He's just a warrior, mate. He'll go and go and go. He gets a bit of a bludge out here in the wing, but like I said, you can also put him in the middle.
And Gordia Coombs off the field, and the old stalwart is Mark Wilton's on the field now for the Aberdeen Tigers.
Wildo's on his 580th game. He turned 73 last week.
And I tell you what, he won't let you down either. Here we go. Good fielding, good ball there by Nick Fuller.
This kid can play, Banko.
Isaac Ball put the chip over the top. It wasn't probably wasn't deep enough, and Nick Fuller got the ball, ran it on the full, and then ran another 20 metres. Great run there by the Muswellbrook fullback. The Rams are only here. Joey Andrews is going to play the ball about too shy of halfway. Here the ball goes out to Bailey Carter. Bailey Carter tries to take the ball forward, hitting a good tackle by... can't see that number. Brad Collette gives it to Hovey, and Hovey beats one, bustles out of two, bustles out of another one. He's a hard man to put down. He unloads at Choppy Mackay, and Choppy Mackay is taken down there by Isaac Ball, about 21 metres out with Mark Wilton to help. 21 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Luke Cameron gets the ball, gives it on to Nathan Graham. Nathan Graham gives the ball to Johnny White, short pass. Oh, he spilled it over the line in the corner. Good set of hands there. They went forward. A good go forward there. And I see Choppy Mackay's coming off the field, and brother Matthew is going on for him. This is the rotation that Johnny Deacon certainly enjoys, having the two Mackay boys rotating there at that hook of dummy half positioning, Bomber.
Yeah, it's important that Matty can come on and give them the same impetus that they've had in the last couple of sets. But obviously Wildo and the Boyle boys are going to try everything in the tackles here to try and slow the momentum from the Rams down. So it's important they cop the hit on the chin, get up and quickly play the ball.
0-0 here, and there's 22 minutes to go in this first half. Aberdeen v Muswellbrook. Always a fantastic clash when these two clubs come together. Aberdeen are getting the ball from that scrum, and they're taking it 20 metres out, right on centre field. Good tackle by Jacob Kennedy, and also number 16, which was Jackie Wilson. Ball goes out there. Luke Van Roon made a good tackle. Here's Dave Manane. He's played very strong since he's come since started the game. Dave Manane, good tackle by Jacob Kennedy. We spoke last week, boys, about how Jacob Kennedy's got a good head on his shoulders. He knows the game. Certainly knows the game.
Yeah, always been a good defensive centre, Jake. Good front-on tackler. Very rarely gets beaten on the outside.
Is that Travis Bateman, I think, the Aberdeen boy that's just got the ball? He's come on the field. They're 45 out. Jake Boyle has got the ball, and he's kicked it downtown right into the Muswellbrook corner. Will it find touch? No, it doesn't. Joey Andrews receives the ball.
He's like this boy.
He's owning goal, and he makes it 5 metres out. Not a bad run from a standing start, virtually, Bomber.
Yep, that's it.
That's a thin 10 metres too by
Hovey off, Armstrong on.
Yep, that is a very thin 10 metres. That one's better. Here ball goes on to Wade McKenzie. Wade McKenzie charges forward about 22 metres out from his own line. Great legs tackle there by Timmy Fitzsimmons. Ball goes out to Cameron. Long pass out to Brad Collette. He's dangerous. Brad Collette short pass on to Jacob Kennedy. The two have worked well. Jacob Kennedy's flying down the sideline. Needs to come in from touch, and he's out. Yeah. Just over the halfway line.
Bit of a flirt with the sideline then. He could have come in, had two Aberdeen players coming across in cover defence that had a few metres on him. But, mate, I want to see that bloke hitting those same angles and the same holes that he was last week. If he does that, if they utilise him, but Luke, like Bomber said, Luke Cameron's got to get that ball out quicker.
Yeah, that was a better play by Luke. He didn't try and square the opposition up. He just gave an early ball to Brad and let Brad do all the work. Then he got a good ball away to Jake. Jake probably liked that back again. He didn't need to run out. He had plenty of acreage back inside him.
I think he took 3 steps and he realised he was gone. Nevertheless, the Aberdeen scrum win gets onto Elliot Serhan, and Elliot Serhan's just dragged back by a couple of Muswellbrook defenders. One of them was the fullback Nick Fuller, and the other one was Luke Cameron. Ball goes to Jake Boyle here, on to Graham McRae. He did exceptionally well a few times that we covered him last year, Reggie, off the bench, Graham McRae. I didn't think he got enough time, to be quite honest. He goes well.
No,
Good tackle by Luke Cameron there on... who was that? Is that Cameron Bateman? That's Cameron Bateman. Ball goes from Jake Ball to brother Isaac. Short pass over to Dave Manane, onto Elliot Serhan. Jinx 1, always nearly beats 2. He gets through a 3. He's going himself, Elliot, and he gets tackled. Good tackle by Nick Fuller, the new fullback. 18 metres out. The pressure's on the Muswellbrook boys. Dave Manane gets the ball, a little chip through. Grubber kicks it, going in goal. He needs to get on. He scored! There was no one at home for the Rams. And Travis Bateman's dived and put that ball down. Great effort there from a Dave Manane grubber kick, boys. Aberdeen, early lead, 4-0.
Yeah, Good break by Elliot Sirhan. Elliot's been taken by Nick Fuller, and good awareness by Aberdeen. Put the little grubber in. Nick was set. The fullback was at marker, and no one was home for the Rams. And a good chase by Travis Bateman to score the try.
Just a lack of urgency to get there. We saw it last week. I think that's the number one thing that Muswellbrook's obviously cleaned up their defence on that side of the field that we spoke about last weekend. But just a lack of urgency. We saw it last weekend. Just to get to that ball, it was great vision by Dave Manane. He wanted it himself, but Travis Bateman, very speedy. But you spoke about Graham McRae last year. I agree with you, Benko. They didn't utilise him enough, and I think he was hard done by. There was one game there where he did one mistake. He was out there for 5 minutes,
and then he spent 40 minutes on the bench, maybe 50 minutes on the bench. I thought I honestly think he goes really well, Graham McRae, and. Look, just getting back to that try, boys, it's not as if the Muswellbrook boys don't know Elliot Sirhan's game. He jinks, he stops, he starts, he's got good leg speed, very quick. They've got to get him early at the advantage line. They've got to try and get Elliot early, otherwise he's going to really damage you in defence. Kick unsuccessful by Matty Thompson. 17.5 minutes to go here in the first half between old rivals Muswellbrook and Aberdeen lead 4-0.
Yeah. Elliot's biggest asset coming through from fullback is just finding those tired forwards in the middle of the ruck, and you're going to find more tired forwards in the middle of the ruck in reserve grade than you ever would in first grade. And there, just then he's found Alex Armstrong, Bailey Carter, bigger, younger fellas, but with the experience of Elliot, got through, poked his nose through, and the rest was history.
All we need is young old Gardner on the field now. We've got the Aberdeen old boys out there with Wilton and Nakuma.
That's a great kick.
What a great kick-off, the kick-off there from Lukey Cameron.
Old boys day, boys. Kuma's out there.
Here we go. That's good to see. Marky Wilton's out there. Marty Akuma's out there.
Liam Dunn about to go out there. Already is out there.
It is an old boys day.
He's warming up.
It is old boys day. Interesting change from Jason Hovey onto Alex Armstrong then, boys. I don't know if I would have made that call earlier, and this Jason has still got a little niggle in his elbow. But here's Bailey Carter. Line drop out goes to Bailey Carter. He's tackled 30 metres out centre field from the Aberdeen line. Matty Mackay at dummy half. He's got options both left and right. Ball's going to go short to Alex Armstrong, the big front rower. Marty Akuma comes up to hammer him, but he jinks off his right. You might have seen him coming early, Alex, and said, I'm getting out of here, and he goes forward. Matty Mackay at dummy half on to Brad Collette. Brad Collette short ball out there to... who's that big boy? Jackie Wilson. Jackie Wilson's tackled 18 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Mackay dummy half again. My bet is I'll go right to Brad Collette. Brad Collette, short pass over to Jacob Kennedy, comes in field, boots. Flick pass over the top. I don't know again if that was needed. Lukey Van Roon didn't have much of a chance to catch that. Went behind him. They've still got to. I think they've got to just be patient. Bomber.
Yeah, that's all they've got to do. It's reserve grade football. Most of the time, if you can hold the ball for several sets of 6 on the opposition, you'll end up scoring. There's enough quality in the Muswellbrook side. If they'll be patient, they'll score some points, but not on tackle 2 or 3. Just be patient. Let Collette, young Fuller looks like a good prospect. Get him down there and give him some good ball in the good ball territory.
Scrum win to the Aberdeen Tigers, and the ball goes to Isaac Boyle.
Tackle.
Great tackle by Nick Fuller. I like the style of this kid, Bomber.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out where he's from. My spies have gone on me.
Investigation there. Where's Evie gone? Aberdeen, Jake Boyle gets the ball. He beats one, steps over another, and he's 35 metres out centre field from his own line. Mark Wilton at dummy half onto Isaac Boyle, turns it back inside to McRae. McRae's tackled 38 metres out from his own line. There's an appeal there for a high shot from Andrew Burgess. It didn't look that bad to me. Jake Boyle goes out of dummy half and he puts a kick downtown. Ball goes to Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller gets the ball, new play, comes straight into Marty Akuma, bounces off him one, comes wide again. He's going too close to the sideline before the Bateman, and also Brad Fenton nail him down, a bit of an elbow across the back of the head. Geez, even I could see that. He didn't get up and erupt, which was really good signs there from Nick Fuller. Brad Fenton came over accidentally with the elbow, and Dave Windle saw that. Right on the halfway line, Muswellbrook will have every opportunity here now to put on a good attacking set. They're going to find themselves about 28 metres out from the Aberdeen line.
Tukley, Benko, that's where he's from.
I did say Tukley. I don't know why I changed my mind. Here's Hovey. He's back on. He runs straight into the Aberdeen boys. Took about 5 or 6 of them, but he's knocked it on. He's had a loose carry there. Well, that was a strong run, man, and a great effort by the Aberdeen boys. There was about 5 of them that took him down there. I think the 2 Akumas were in that tackle as well, as Mark Wilton was. But there's another point, Bomber. First tackle loss of possession.
That's probably the 4th time so far. Banco, they've got to have a bit of energy here in defence, Muswellbrook. They've got to put some heat on them and see if they can force a similar error.
Russo's got the ball away. Very poor defence there. BJ Christensen's come on there. Number 16. He makes it to about 40 metres out from his own line. It was Russo that unloaded to him, Bomber. He got through 3 would-be defenders there. Another ordinary attempt there. They've got to get them legs down. Right on the halfway line, the Aberdeen boys. Centre field. Jake Boyle at dummy half. Going to pass it to brother Isaac. Isaac gets a short ball. No, he doesn't. He shows and goes. Beats one. Gets through and 3-man tackle 40 metres out from the Rams line. About 20 in from touch. Luke Cameron was amongst that tackler there. Jake Ball gets a ball onto Gordy Akuma. Gordy Akuma charges at the Muswellbrook defence, and he's hitting a good tackle there by Andrew Burgess. And Jack Wilson gets up, quick play the ball. Jake Ball goes himself, shows it one way, and he's hitting a good tackle by Nathan Graham and Hovey over the top. 25 metres out from the Rams line, centre field. Wilton goes from dummy half onto Dave Manane. He's very dangerous, Manane. He's got a lot of experience. Nick Fuller gets the ball. He knocks it on! It's 6 to go, and Dave Manane has jumped on that ball and scored under the post. That was bitterly bad luck. I think he got confused. The ball was coming down right next to the goalpost, Bomber.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's probably the only blight on his game so far. He's, as you said, right there near the post. He had an option to try. He was trying to stay in the in goal to get the 20 tap and contend with the upright as well, and it just all went horribly wrong for him.
Yeah, you could see what he was doing. He was looking at the line and trying to keep his feet in the in-goal area and take the catch. But big Liam Dunn back out there on the field. Here he is. Look, they're going to need Liam to go forward. If you can take a positive out of it, though, Bomber, look at the Rams in the reserve grade years gone by. They wouldn't have beaten this score line at this stage. They're doing really well.
No, that's right, but we should be better than that. If we're just going to accept letting them roll down through the middle of the ruck and getting easy tries like that, we're going to accept getting beaten. So Johnny's tried to set a precedence with no easy tries. The boys they're trying their best out there, but the energy in defence in the last couple of sets hasn't been up to scratch. The energy's got to be a lot better defensively, because there's some experienced footballers out there that'll sense any weakness in their defensive side of the game, and it's been exposed here for the last 5 minutes.
Well, you know, one thing, Bomber's going to happen is Aberdeen are not going to go away. And here's Matty Thompson now to convert this try to take it to 10-0. I don't think he'll have too much problems directly in front, 10 metres out, and he does so. 10-0 in favour of the Aberdeen Tigers. Going to be 11 minutes to go by the time they kick off. Just quickly, it's not as though Muswellbrook haven't had their opportunities, Bomber. You've touched on it. We've all touched on it down here. They've just been too impatient in their own when they get to 30 metres or less out from the Aberdeen line. They've just got to play to some structure, be patient, go through their sets and get the right call happening.
Yeah, they've just got to get to their set to the end of the set, Banco. We all know that. Luke Cameron, he's obviously the man that's putting the kicks in. He's got to just make sure we get to the end of the set and put a good positive kick in.
I'll still be looking for Brad Collette and Big Hovey to do a little bit more there. The ball goes behind Isaac Boyle, and Isaac Boyle fumbles at his own line, but went backwards, and Mark Wilton takes the ball. He retrieves it, takes it up to the 10-metre line. Here's the ball now to Bateman. Bateman takes the ball, and he's hitting a good tackle there. About 12 metres out from his own line, 20 in from touch. Good tackle from Burjo. Ball goes on to Wilton again. Wilton's running too far. Hovey tackles him 25 metres out centre field. He's playing all up in there. Deluxe Wilton trying to force that penalty. Ball goes to Brad Fenton, and Fenton unloads back to Jake Boyle. Jake Boyle goes himself, comes straight to Wade McKenzie, and he's belted there. Good one-on-one tackle from young Mucker. Ball goes to Isaac Boyle. He goes across field, shows it one way, goes himself, and he's tackled. Good round the legs tackle from Andrew Burgess. It's the last. What are they going to do? Ball goes out. Elliot Serhan darts out from dummy half. He gets through one, gets it on to the big fella number 2 there is Sam Gleeson, and it's the last. They've died with that, Bomber. Good field position for the Rams here. They're only 32 metres out from their own line, but they do look tired.
Yeah, they do look. Muswellbrook's defence, even though they're making the tackle, they've got to get some delay. Dave Windle will not penalise for laying around the ruck. You'd rather let that part of the game flow and ping you for a 10 metre. So the Rams have just got to slow that middle ruck down that Aberdeen are getting the roll through the middle at the moment.
couple of ordinary runs. One run was from Nick Fuller, the fullback. The other run was Jacob Kennedy. He's lost that cold as a spuddy, and they play the ball. And, geez, that's coach killer stuff. Just poor discipline there. They've really got to be smart about the way they get through these sets. And, again, the pressure is going to be right on the Rams here. 35 metres out from their own line with an Aberdeen full-on attack ready to go.
I do think that was a bit sneaky there by Jake Boyle. I think he had a little bit of a hand in there.
You still got to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Absolutely. You still got to hang on to that ball.
If you can get away with it.
I'm sure the league safe Howard Lovegrave's gone out there with a few terse messages indeed. Here's the Aberdeen boys. They get the ball from the scrum win. Goes on to Isaac Bull and he gives it on to big Matty Thompson. It takes two good tackles there. Choppy Mackay's one and Luke Cameron's on the other. Ball goes from Boyle. Ball gets it to Gordon Akuma. Gordon Akuma takes the ball forward. Still takes three boys to get him down. He's still on his feet. He's wrestled to the ground. 22 metres out. Directly centre of field. Isaac Ball gives a cross-field pass on to Elliot Serhan. Elliot Serhan gets to one. He nearly gets through there, and he's taking a good tackle. They're about 8 metres out centre field. Ball goes to Boyle on to brother Isaac. Short pass on to Sam Gleeson. He's trying to get over the try line. He doesn't. A metre short. Boyle at dummy half. Short pass to Brad Fenton. Look forward for mine, but they've held him up well, Bomber.
Yeah.
That's an old Aberdeen play. Ball dummy half, long pass out to Marty Akuma. Last tackle. Gets it, unloads it to Matty Thompson. On to Brad Fenton, on to Boyle. Puts a chip through. Needs to get on it. Joe Andrews, and he's trying to get out of his own in goal, and he's tackled his own in goal. Don't get up, Bluin. It's a wrong man to pick a dust up with there, Joe.
Yeah, still looking very shaky, Muswellbrook in defence here. I think if Aberdeen get to the end of the set here, it could spell trouble for Muswellbrook. We've got blokes laying down, blokes looking to the bench. It doesn't look good defensively.
Big Liam Dunn's on again here. Here's Brad Fenton. Good line drop out, about 42 metres out. He comes straight into Wade McKenzie. He's hitting a good tackle from Wade McKenzie and also Nick Clark. He's a new boy as well, number 15 bomber. Ball goes to Isaac Ball onto Gordy Akuma. Gordy Akuma runs to Bailey Carter and Jason Havey. He's tackled 22 metres out centre field. Options both left and right. He comes right to his brother. Back to Mark Wilton. Short crossfield play. Over to Elliot Serhan. Jinx one way. Goes in behind another runner, Matt Thompson. Not Matt Thompson, Sam Gleeson.
Yeah,
could have been an obstruction.
It was a dead set obstruction. He's let that go.
Here's Matty Thompson. Matty Thompson throws a speculator. It doesn't reach its target and it goes straight out over the touch, and that's a breather right for the Rams there. They needed that little breathing space there, Bomber. Scrum down. 20 metres in, 10 metres out from their own line, the Rams.
Yeah, Matty, not his best pass. A winger playing in the 5'8", it's a totally different kettle of fish. Obviously, he's played winger in first grade and he's come back, he's playing 5'8" in reserve grade, but they just need to hold on to the ball there for the set of six. Muswellbrook were all over the place in defence.
Well, let's see if they can do something with this set of six this time, Reggie.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was a blatant obstruction too, Bomber. I can't believe he didn't pull that one up.
Muswellbrook feed goes to Collette, out to Cameron. Cameron gets the ball on to Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller gives a short pass to John White. They need to go infield, otherwise they get dragged over the touchline. A bit of a flop from Mark Wilton. It's not like him.
Really lacking some go forward at the moment here. The Rams,
sorry there.
Your middle third of the Rams has really got to put their hand up. The Hovies, the Dunns, everyone's looking at everyone else to take a run. One of these big fellas has got us going forward.
Now. It's going to go Choppy Mackay out to Luke Cameron. Bit of a Hoffman play with Liam Dunn out the back. Gets to Amadi Akuma. Goes too early to get down there. Gets through one. Drags three defenders over the 40-metre line. They're still in their own field to play. Here's Brad Collette. Brad Collette needs to get more involved here. He's going to get the ball. He's on to... that's Nick Clark, I think, Bomber, that new guy.
Yeah, he went well last week when he went on. So maybe he can be the man that steers the ship around in the middle of the ruck there.
Well, what are they going to do with this set of six? They've got a penalty off Dave Windle now. Brad Collette's going to find touch. Big Alex Armstrong is back on the field. Who's off? Jason Hovey's off again. Good rotation there between those two. Now, Alex has had a couple of good runs. He needs to show more energy here. A good repeat set here after this set of six. Bomber will be brilliant for the Rams. They need to put something on the board with 4.5 minutes to go before half-time. They're 10-0 down. Here they are, 18 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Good, clean play the ball. What is Jacob Kennedy doing? Get it out clean. Brad Collette gets the ball. Shows it one way. Gets through Marty Akuma. Gets through Boyle. He goes himself. He's looking for a short pass. He's going to score, Brad Collette. Did he get it down, Bomber? Is he on his back?
Held up.
Held up. He just fell the wrong way, poor old Brad.
You got plenty more opportunities if he gets his hands on the ball.
So he'll play it 10 metres out, directly in front of the posts, the Rams. He's got options both sides of the ruck here. Choppy Mackay goes left to Luke Cameron. Luke Cameron gives it back out, pass to Wade McKenzie. Good tackle there by the Aberdeen boys. 5 metres out, Choppy Mackay, dummy half. Short ball, no long ball to Big Liam. He's only got to fall over and he's going to score. He does. Good play from the Rams. 10-4. 3.5 minutes to go before half time, and geez, they needed that, boys.
Yeah, most definitely. And Liam, of course, that close to the line is going to be hard to stop. They're going to need to get a roll on, though. I'd really like to see McKenzie, then Dunn, then Hovey on a roll on, and then Muswellbrook to complete a set.
Yeah, good hit back by the Rams. They needed that with 3 to go before half time. They certainly wouldn't want to go in at 10-0. 10-4. They've probably been completing around about 20 or 30%. They finally get to complete a set, score a try. They've got Dunny out there. Dunny will probably stay out there for the whole rest of the second half, hopefully. He needs some miles in his legs. And hopefully Brad's not coming off. No, he's found him. He's an injured. Yeah, Brad's injured. Hopefully they can just give him a bit of a
He doesn't
drink
look that injured.
Pat on the back. And
he's all right. They might
a bit
want
of
him.
love and he'll be right.
Matty Mackay's going to come off for him. I'm pretty sure. See, there you go. We pointed it out, Bomber. All they had to do was hang on to it and be patient for that set of 6 instead of turning it over, cheap possession back to the Tigers. And you just can't afford to do that against this Aberdeen reserve grade side. Here's Luke Cameron trying to convert. That he does. It's 10-6 with 2.5 minutes to go before half time. And all in all, they haven't had a lot of possession, but I think they'll be very happy with this scoreline.
Oh, yeah. 10-6 is a great scoreline for Muswellbrook. As you said at the start of the game, Banco, the Aberdeen Tigers won't go away. The successive grand finals, a lot of these boys have played in, and most of the time they've played single sides that have gone in red-hot favourites, and they've just hung in there. So for Muswellbrook to win, they're going to have to play the full 70.
No question about
That's
that.
going out in the full.
Hold it.
It does. It does. That was a poor mistake by Matty Thompson. That was a monster of a kick. It's gone 60 metres, deluxe on the full, Bomber.
Yeah, Matty's a Farah boy, actually, from Aberdeen, but he went to Farah. He's got a massive boot on him. Good goal kicker as well.
So here we go, Luke Cameron. I tell you what, Bomber, with 1.5 minutes to go, if they score here just before half time again, won't that be a bonus for the Rams?
It will be. Hopefully Dunny's eyed up somewhere he thinks he can run. He's probably looking at Marty and thinking, well, Marty's probably going to get one shot on me, but will he double or treble up the tackles? Unbelievable.
They're looking for a ball here. I think it went into the Aberdeen crowd and they're not giving it back just before half time. Ball goes along to Luke Cameron. Short pass to Alex Armstrong. Takes the ball centre field about 38 metres out from the Aberdeen line. There's 1:20 to go. Here's the ball. Choppy Mackay. Short pass to Liam Dunn. Liam Dunn will take the ball forward. He goes one way and he's hitting a good tackle there. Who's that? Jimmy Diggins.
Travis Bateman.
No, number 8, Jimmy Diggins, I think, isn't it? Here's Nick Clark. Nick Clark gets through one, gets under the other. Short pass to Matty Mackay. There's still 1 minute to go. Be a little bit patient. They're 22 metres out, centre field, Choppy Mackay. I reckon he'll score from dummy half in a minute, Bomber. You watch.
Yep.
Luke Cameron gets the ball. The back line spread goes. Sloppy pass. Well picked up from Johnny White.
Luke needs to be better than that.
They're 15 metres out from the Aberdeen line. There's 40 seconds to go. Here's Luke Cameron. Don't be impatient. On to Nick Fuller. He gets down to the sideline. Is he over?
They'll give a penalty away here, I reckon. Boyley will do something silly.
They might have enough for 2 more tackles. Choppy Mackay comes off. It's Wade McKenzie. He's dived on it.
Try.
It is a try. Well, there you go. Choppy Mackay from dummy half. Put the little chipper through. And Wade McKenzie, very alert Wade McKenzie, Bomber. He's dived on the ball and scored a great try for the Muswellbrook Rams. It's 10-all with the kick to come. And the halftime siren will go in the next 7 seconds. Great effort by the Rams.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Banco. As you said just before kick-off, if they could score just on half-time, they'd be really pleased. And to go in possibly, certainly 10-all, but possibly go in 12-10 would be unheard of with 10 to go before half-time because we were really shaky.
Well, with quality possession in the last 5 minutes, they've made the most of it, the Rams, and for once it's taken them, 30 minutes at least out of the 35 to be patient with, 5 minutes out of the last 35 to be patient with the ball and just play to some structure.
Yeah, still the structure still looks pretty clunky, Banco, but we got the rebound into the in-goal, and the young Wade McKenzie, always on the footy. Good players always find their way to the try line, and that's what Macca done.
Look, guys, just before we do go to half-time, as Luke goes in to take this kick, a big thank you to our cameraman Duffo for taking the time out today to do it for us too. It's a thankless job, and it's great to have him in the team this year.
I can't believe Duffo's getting $250 to do it.
And a carton of hot chips. Well, there you go. It's 12-10 here at half-time between the clash between the Muswellbrook Rams and the Aberdeen Tigers here at Olympic Park, and we'll go to a short break and we'll be all ready for a second half action.
Well, welcome back to the second half of the Aberdeen versus Muswellbrook game here. Muswellbrook currently winning 12 points to 10. It's been a very interesting first half, and I've got to say the discipline's been really well today.
Well, that last 5 minutes was all Muswellbrook, and they got themselves back into the game. They were 10-0 down. 5-6 minutes to go before half-time. They've kicked back to a 12-10 lead here. The second half should be a cracker, Bomber.
Yeah, blustery conditions now. Important Luke doesn't kick this one dead, which it's been held up in the breeze.
Elliot Serhan under the ball, gives the ball short to Gordy Akuma, and Gordy Akuma charges at the Rams' defence. He tackled 20 metres out from his own line. Underneath was Andrew Burgess, over the top Alex Armstrong. Ordinary set of 10 there, but another good tackle from Burjo on Brad Fenton. 22 metres out, centre field from his own line. The Tigers in attack. Boyle goes to dummy half, gets it on to Brocky Foreman, and Foreman goes through one, and Bailey Carter tripped him up there with Hovey to finish off. Here's Isaac Ball, shows it underneath, gives it to Graham McRae, and Graham McRae's tackled. Another good tackle from Burjo, and Wade McKenzie out there, 42 metres out from his own line last. Jake Boyle gets the ball and he puts a good kick down. Here's Nick Fuller, takes it well, goes up over his own 30, goes centre field as a good fullback does. And he slips out of one, he's tackled again there by Graham McRae. Here's Luke Van Roon taking the pressure off the forwards. It's what we spoke about last week, boys. Bomber in particular, 2, 3, 4 and 5 should take the pressure off early.
Yep, that's it, Luke. He's come in and done his little job. Hopefully they can get a roll here. Brad Collette's just hanging around the back of the ruck here.
Yeah. Hovey took that ball and on to Luke Cameron, short pass to Alex Armstrong, who tips it on to Wade McKenzie, and they're in the Aberdeen field. Half now, I should say. He gets the ball out to Luke Cameron. Luke Cameron runs across third, long pass out to Johnny White, and John White picked up there and buried into the ground there. Couldn't see who that tackler was. It's a last. What are they going to do, the Rams? Ball goes to Luke Cameron. Puts a big speculator up. Is it going to be too long, boys? Bounce will take it straight over the dead ball line. Not the greatest of kicks from Luke.
Nah, Luke's kicking game hadn't been on song today. He's got to be better than that in tackle 5.
Well, that's an easy set of 7 the Aberdeen Tigers are going to have. And here's Sam Gleeson. Gleeson gets the ball. No, Dave Windle said you didn't tap that off properly. That just killed the momentum. Elliot Serhan gets the ball now. Hit straight off by Burjo. Drags Elliot back to his own 20-metre line. Dave Windle lets that go. There could have been some debate about a penalty there. But anyway, Gordon Akuma gets the ball. Charges forward. And he's hitting a good 4-man tackle. He goes all right, Gordon, when he gets that leg motion going. Jake Boyle at dummy half onto brother Isaac. Isaac shows it one way, gives it under. No, he goes himself, Isaac. He was looking to give it out to Brocky Foreman. Jake Boyle at dummy half gives it on to big Brad Fenton, who unloads to Dave Manane. He's only right on the halfway line. That's centre field. Ball comes out to the left. Matty Thompson gets the ball. That's going to go dead. I reckon that'll go dead right now, boys, with the wind behind.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's a shocker. They would have been better off getting that ball high into the air, boys.
Yeah, it's important now, Alex and Jace Hovey get us out of here. Like they haven't had to do too much defensively in that set. Hopefully Alex and Jason and Wade McKenzie can roll us up and give Lukey Cameron some decent field position to put another attacking kick in.
It was a good set of 6. Andrew Burgess, I think, was involved in about 4 tackles there in that set. Dave Windle wasn't happy with that tap off again. Goodness me. Here's Nick Fuller, the fullback, runs into the action, goes straight into Gordon Akuma. Hitting a good tackle there, nearly 30 metres out from his own line. Here's Alex Armstrong, that man you spoke about, Bomber. He's dropped the ball in the tackle. Well, that was a letdown for the Rams, and now the Aberdeen Tigers will have a full set of 6, 32 metres out, centre field, right in the Rams' field of play. This is pressure back on themselves here.
Yeah, I think the Boyle boys will be trying to create something for Dave Manane over on that right edge. He could be the go-to man in this set.
Alex Armstrong seems to run to the line, boys, and stop I've noticed that throughout the past two games.
Yeah, he's just got to keep that leg motion and that he's just got to keep going. Here's Boyle. Boyle goes out the back onto Grant Saville, and Saville gives the ball out to that man Manane, Dave Manane. He's tackled 20 metres out, about 3 metres in from touch. Saville at dummy half. Saville gets a long pass out to Isaac Boyle, short pass to Graham McRae. Good leg speed, but an equally good tackle there by Burjo. Ball goes out here again to Isaac Boyle, shows it inside, gets it on to Brock Foreman, and Brock Foreman's going close to the line. He's only pulled down millimetres out. Aberdeen full on here. Ball goes wide out to Isaac Boyle. Short to Brad Fenton. He'll carry 2 or 3 over if they don't get under him. They've dragged him back from, I think he was actually over the line, but they put him back into the field to play. Here's Jake Boyle. Short pass. Easy. Too easy to Elliot Serhan. And he goes around and scores underneath the post. It is 14-12 in favour of the Tigers. We've only had 5 minutes of play in this second half, and that was too easy. And it all come from that loss of possession there, 30 metres out from their own line. Bomber too much cheap possession, mate.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alex makes a mistake with the football, and that standing there at B defender, it's his job there to jam in on that runner. He doesn't jam in, and Elliot just goes through a yawning gap.
Yeah, it was well read by Jake Boyle, and short pass to Elliot Serhan, and Aberdeen are very good for that. I've seen them do that for a number of years. Everyone's looking out the back, but that little short flat pass, Bomber, and it works wonders.
Yeah, it's the Boyle boys, I suppose you'd call them professional reserve graders. They know their way around against the opposition that's not quite as good as the first grade, and here in reserve grade they can just find those holes and find those lazy players there on the edge of the ruck, and that's what they found there with Big Alex. He's just got to come and get his breath back, and when he gets an opportunity, back out there, make up for his mistakes. Looks like he's been hooked, but Banco.
Yep. And Nathan Graham's going to go on the field there now. Andrew Burgess might be coming off too, Bomber, is he?
Yeah, Burjo off.
Just trying to look at who took his place. Hovey's still on.
Might be Bailey, with Bailey Carter go back out. That might have to go down.
Here's Luke Carter. Luke Cameron, my apologies. Luke Cameron, big kick going over the head. Oh, they nearly collided there, but they took it. Good take from Matty Thompson. He gives it on to Fenton, and Fenton brings the ball forward. 25 metres out from his own line, 5 in from touch. Jack Wilson went on, Bomber.
All right, yep.
Here's Sam Gleeson. Sam Gleeson takes the ball midfield now, goes infield, and he's hitting a good tackle from Bailey Carter and Nathan Graham. Jake Ball, dummy half onto Isaac. Short pass over to Brock Foreman, and Brock Foreman is wrestled down there 20 metres out, centre field from Wade McKenzie and Bailey Carter again. Jake Ball goes from dummy half, well read there from Wade McKenzie. Isaac Ball, a dummy half onto Gordy Akuma, and Gordy Akuma charges forward, and he's hitting a good tackle one-on-one with Luke Cameron.
Too high.
Yes, a little bit too high, and Dave Windle's called it that way. Well, here's another pressure relief for the Aberdeen Tigers. They'll be back on the attack straight away.
Yeah, weren't really going anywhere, Aberdeen, in that set, and Luke just gives away that cheap penalty. No damage done to the person he made the tackle on. Aberdeen get a fresh set of 6 here and will be deep on attack. Just deciding whether he's going to have a kick or not.
Well, I'd be kicking it this side. They take the quick tap onto Elliott, and he's probably made as much ground as he probably would with the wind against him. Here's Elliot Serhan. He's tackled 48 metres out from his own line. Here's Isaac Boyle, short pass over to Matty Thompson. Matty Thompson gets to the halfway line, or still just shy. He's dragged back by 4 Muswellbrook defenders. The held calls has been given, and Jacob Kennedy gets shrugged off there, and Matty Thompson wasn't having any of that. Luke Van Roon was offside for all money. He gets the ball from Jake Boyle, gets the ball over to the big number 11, Jimmy Diggins, and Jimmy Diggins unloads to Elliot Serhan. Elliot Serhan goes through Wade McKenzie, and he's hitting a good one-on-one tackle there by Choppy Mackay, I think that is. 45 metres out from the Muswellbrook line, centre field. Isaac Ball gets the ball over to Manane. The ball's gone wide out here. Grant Saville gets the ball, goes through one. He's hitting a good tackle there. 20 metres out from the Rams line, 10 in from touch. All over the shop there in the tackle. Dave Windle's saying, play on, get up and play it. Ball goes from Manane to Jake Boyle over to Gordy Akuma. Gordy Akuma takes the ball centre field, and he's hit right on the 15-metre line there. Last tackle. Good tackle from Nathan Graham and Jack Wilson. Last ball, what are they going to do? Isaac Boyle gets the ball. He runs, little chip through. Who's there to field it?
Whitey.
Johnny White gets the
Like
ball.
he's pulled the hamstring before.
Well, they've raked it out in a two-man tackle. And Dave Windle, the referee, said play on. That was two-man tackle for all money, Bomber. Anyway, the Tigers on the attack. Here's Brock Foreman, 15 metres out from the Rams line. 10 metres out, he'll play the ball. Aberdeen back on the attack. He didn't play that properly. Here's Jimmy Diggins. He charges and goes over the top of Wade McKenzie. He's tackled 3 metres out. Jake Boyle options both left and right. He's going to call a halt to the play. Nathan Graham, the Muswellbrook boy, is down. He might have got a head clash there. Dave Windle's just waiting. He's going to call time back on in a minute, even though there's no time off in reserve grade. Ball goes to Boyle, short pass to Fenton. Well read from Wade McKenzie. He's hitting a good tackle. 2 metres out, ball goes to Boyle. Over to brother Isaac, short pass to Dave Manane into the corner. And they've scored. The Aberdeen Tigers have scored. Great try. I think Grant Saville scored that try, Bomber.
Yeah, the Rams have looked shaky for the last 5 minutes in defence. They were just holding on and holding on. They've got to get some possession back, but on the flip side, Banco, you've got to be expected to make your one-on-one tackles, and they're just falling off way too many at the moment.
As soon as that ball goes out to the right-hand side, mate, and Dave Manane's out there with Isaac Boyle, it's just they're finding gaps in the defensive line. And look, when it's all said and done, again, it was an early turnover it was a cheap turnover early in the tackle count again that the Rams coughed up, and it was shown in the first half when the Tigers ran out to a 10-0 lead. You give them the ball and they're going to come at you full throttle.
Yep. There's just too many good players out there to keep giving them the ball on back-to-back sets inside the 30 or 40 metre line. I'd like to see this young Clark. He's coming on now, and I think if Deke puts him in a ball control playing position, puts him at half or 5'8", and just lets him try and run the show. He's obviously out of a pretty good system down there at West Newcastle. Just let him run the show for a couple of sets of 6 and see what he can create. But if you can't tackle, if you're not going to make your one-on-one tackles, it doesn't matter how good you are as a ball player. You're going to have to be backed up against your line. We've got an injury over on the far side. Looks like a winger coming off.
Who is that?
Joe Andrews, I think.
Is it Joe Andrews? I'm not sure. But anyway, Gordy Akuma's come off for the Aberdeen Tigers, and Timmy Fitzsimmons is on. And like you said, Bomber, there's just too many really experienced Aberdeen boys here in this reserve grade side. They can take a bit of pressure back on them, but then they can give it back tenfold. And well done to the Tigers. They've kicked away now to a 20 points to 12 lead with 23 minutes to go. And this conversion, he's going to try and convert this for a 22-12 lead. So that luxury that the Rams had at half-time has quickly disappeared, and they're back behind the 8 ball again. And 2 really cheap turnovers there has been very, very costly to the Rams. Grant Saville, I think that is moved in to try and make the extra 2 points. It's waved away early. So it's still 20 points to 12 in favour of the Aberdeen Tigers. 23 minutes to go here in this match at Olympic Park.
Yeah, the next 10 minutes are going to be vital for Muswellbrook, whether they're going to dig in here for the fight defensively or whether Aberdeen just roll through and get good back-to-back sets or cheap turnovers of possession and jump away to a 14, 20-point lead, and then it'll be game over. So it's important defensively for the next 10 minutes. I'm
not writing Muswellbrook off, Bomber, because we know they can do it. Again, they've just got to play to some structure, hang on to the damn ball, and just be patient. Here's a kick-off from Luke Cameron. Ball goes down to Mark Wilton, and Wildo has knocked it on his own in goal. Well, that's the break that the Rams needed there. They're going to have possession from a line dropout, and boy, they needed that. And Hovey, I think someone's mouthing off. Hovey's given it to someone from the Aberdeen club, and I don't know if I might be wrong now. I thought Nathan Graham turned him around and said, "Get back there. You're going to take the first hit up off this line dropout." Mark Wilton will want to redeem himself there. Here's the ball. What a dropout! Tell me that's not going to go over the sideline. Oh my goodness, Bomber! 55-metre drop kick. Terrible bounce for the boys. They just weren't on song there, and that is dead set coach killer stuff. Johnny Deacon cannot be impressed with that.
Yeah, attention to detail, Banco. They're out there. They know the wind's heading this way. Someone's got to be back 40 or 50 metres and on the sideline, not 5 or 6 metres in on the 40-metre line, retreating back against the ball going everywhere.
No, that is dead set unbelievable, but a hell of a dropout by Matty Thompson. Well, the Tigers are back in possession here, and they will have a great set here to put their pressure and the blowtorch back onto the Muswellbrook Rams. The scrum is breaking up. It's a shocker. Jason Hovey and Mark Wilton. Wouldn't be surprised if the scrum erupted a little bit of push and shove there. Wildo showing his experience. Ball goes out to boy of Russo, Terry Russo. Beats one, and he's wrestled 45 metres out from the Rams line. Jake Boyle at dummy half gives to brother Isaac. No, he doesn't. Gives the ball on to...
That's the boy of...
Fitzsimmons. Here's the Aberdeen boys. They're only 15 metres out centre field. Jake Boyle at dummy half, and he's going to got options left and right. Goes to Matty Thompson on the left, shows it under to Mark Wilton. Mark Wilton charges at the ruck, and Jason Hovey lined him up from well back. Here's the ball. Jake Boyle gets it to brother Isaac. Isaac, long pass. That's a dead set obstruction. And Dave Windle, I thought he was going to let it go, but he did see a bomber. It was a late call, but that was an obstruction for all the money in the world.
Yep.
Isaac Boyle gets up. There's a bit of a push and shove over in the corner, but had to blow that. Surely Dave wasn't going to miss that.
Yeah, he's done the old shepherd, Isaac, then been to top it all off. Young Fuller has given him a good come from behind rib cage, and Elliott's had a bit of a word, and he's gone for the 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Poor old Elliott, I don't know if he said too much to Dave, but Dave wasn't copping any of it. Pity we haven't got the referees mic'd in reserve grade, Reggie. So someone's come forward. Jake Boyle. Dave Monane's questioning Dave Windle, and he said, just get on with it. Here we go. So he's off the field. Aberdeen are going to play one man short. So if there's any opportunity now for the Rams to kick back and kick back in a hurry, now's the time to do it. They take the tap, gives the ball to Bailey Carter, and Bailey Carter charges forward, and he's hitting a good tackle by Mark Wilton and also big Jimmy Diggins. Ball goes out to Luke Cameron. Short pass to Wade McKenzie. Comes in, stops there in the attacking line, but he's hitting another good tackle there. 15 was Timmy Fitzsimmons, I think, yes. Ball goes out the back to Jacob Kennedy, and he's hit back onto Johnny White, and Johnny White takes the ball right on the 40-metre line. They go down to the short side. Here's Nathan Graham, short pass there, and it's knocked down. That looked ordinary, Bomber.
Yeah, they've come out
six
of
to go. They've got six to go.
Yeah,
somehow they've got 6 to go. It was knocked down by the Aberdeen boys.
It still looks too clunky, Banker.
Oh, my goodness.
He's offside.
What was that? No, he's going to call lost. He was offside at the ruck area. There's no question that Dave Windle, who's standing 20 metres away in the line, I don't know if Dave's supposed to be standing that far from the line. Am I wrong to suggest that that is the case? I thought the referee had to be close to the action.
Oh, it's as close as he can get, Banker.
Okay. Well, again, cheap turnover there to the Rams. They got a lucky 6 to go, Bomber, and then they've just coughed it up with a loose carry there from dummy half. And the Aberdeen Tigers, this is Christmas for the Aberdeen Tigers with so much possession. Especially
with 12 men. Again, Muswellbrook turn over after tackle 1 or 2, and with the back-to-back set and still can't do anything with it. I think they've fallen into the trap of the Tigers are putting the nice little bit of niggle in. The Ram boys have forgot what gets you the game of football. They haven't completed a set of 6 for probably at least 15 minutes, if that.
I don't think they have completed a set of 6. I don't think they've had the ball. Dave Windle has had a gutful, and he's called Jake Boyle out. What's he going to say to Boyley?
17 minutes ago, I don't want to send you off.
It's 20 points to 12. He said, get back in the scrum, Jake, and just do your job. Do your job. Dave Windle laying the law down there, telling the boys who is boss. Ball goes in, Aberdeen ball goes on to Sammy Gleeson, and Sam Gleeson, he's going to get tackled just shy of the halfway line, centre field. Jake Boyle at dummy half. Ball's going to come out here to the left of Matty Thompson. It does. Matty Thompson goes himself, comes wide, gets to Jacob Kennedy, puts the elbow up to Luke Van Roon, but he's tackled 5 metres into the Rams half. Jake Boyle gives it to big Jimmy Diggins. Jimmy Diggins gets him good tackle there by Jack Wilson, and over the top Nathan Graham. Here's Jake Boyle, 31 metres out from the Rams line, on to brother Isaac. Isaac gives a short pass to Graham McRae. He runs to Wade McKenzie, and Wade McKenzie takes him also with Nick Clark and Alex Armstrong over the top. Centre field, 21 metres out. Ball goes to Jake Boyle, onto Isaac. Short pass to Dave Monane. Dave Monane jinks. He stands, he comes backwards, and he goes forward. Charges forward. I hear the PA system's just about to rock up here at Muswellbrook. About time. Jake Boyle, 15 metres out from the Rams line. Dummy half onto Isaac. Isaac, little chip through. Catch, good catch from Hovey.
Oh,
he palms off one. Can Hovey run 100 metres? He's coming down like a ton of bricks. He's big, Matty Thompson. Matty Thompson gets him. They're 25 metres out, centre field. Great run from Jason Hovey. Nick Clark at dummy half, looking for a Rams player. Wade McKenzie. Wade McKenzie down the short side. He elects to go himself. He's tackled 11 metres out from the Aberdeen line. Looking for a quick play the ball. The Aberdeen boys still coming on side. Here's Johnny White. Johnny White goes forward. Should have gave it earlier. Ball goes out the back to Nick Fuller. On to Nathan Graham. Nathan Graham should have given it, but he didn't. He takes the tackle. 12 metres out from the Rams line, the Aberdeen line, centre field. They've lost all their momentum here, Bomber. Short go to Choppy Mackay. Choppy Mackay gets it out to big Liam. Liam steps around one and he goes over. Great try. They had to score there, Bomber.
Yep, certainly did. Huge run by Jason Hovey. 50, 60 metre effort. It broke down there for a couple of tackles, but once it got back out to Liam Dunn one-on-one, quality player against the reserve grade centre is always going to score the try.
Well, the sheer size of the man. He's only 5 metres out when he received that ball, and Liam's put the hand up to come off straight away. Surely not. Surely not.
No, I think it might have been I'm off the nudie run in reserve grade.
Well, we'll put it this way, Bomber. The Rams needed that. There's 15 minutes to go. They were shell-shocked in that first opening 6 or 7 minutes. The Aberdeen boys kicked away to a 20 points to 12 lead. They're back to 2016 now, and boy, the Rams needed that try.
Yep, certainly did, Banco. Brad Collette getting ready to come back on. I think Brad's got to get more touches Brad gets, the more dangerous.
Well, there's no question. This next 14 minutes, he should make his own. He should make this next 14 minutes his own and just charge at the line. The Aberdeen boys will be tired. He should, sort out a couple of tired big Aberdeen forwards and just go for it, because we know the kid is a match winner.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where Deeks put him on. I know he's wearing the 6, but I don't know whether he's going to be playing at the 6 or in the middle of the ruck somewhere.
Lukey Cameron, he's 18 metres out, about 12 metres in from touch. He's going to try and convert this to make it 20 to 18. Kicks it. Just to the right of the post. Unsuccessful as 20 points to 16. There's 14 minutes to go here in this reserve grade clash between Muswellbrook and Aberdeen. 20 points to 16. Marty Akuma's back on, I see, Bomber. Big Brad Fenton's off. So is Gordy Akuma. Brock Foreman's off the field, so Aberdeen have got a few reserves out there. Marty Akuma, Mark Wilton.
Very experienced left edge.
Absolutely. Here's the ball. Good kick off high onto Choppy Mackay, and it goes to Alex Armstrong. Well done, Alex. Ball goes out to Nick Fuller, this fullback. I like the look of him, Bomber.
Yeah, he's obviously in Toukley. I don't know if he played first grade in Toukley, but he knows his way around the park.
Well, I think the more K's under his belt, the better he'll be. Here's
Clark.
Here's Clark. Darts off from dummy half, and he went really well last week, Bomber. Choppy Mackay at dummy half there. They're 35 metres out from their own line. That should have been a penalty. No, Dave Windle says get up and play.
Dave will refuse to do a penalty.
No chance in hell. Here's, it went forward. No, it didn't. It went backwards onto Wade McKenzie. Went through Liam Dunn's hand. That ball that's got to be a penalty. Now Dave saw the leg pull. 40 metres out from their own line. I'd be taking a tap, Brad Collette, and charging straight at these tired Aberdeen forwards. I was going to say, Bomber, that ball had to be high because it went straight over Liam Dunn's head. Here's Alex Armstrong. Hang on to that ball, Alex. Keep that momentum going. Play, good, clean play the ball. Onto Clark at dummy half, onto Liam Dunn. Liam Dunn gets through one. He's hit, and he'll play the ball 45 metres out, right in the centre of field. Clark at dummy half onto Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller runs across field. Shocking pass, Bomber. That was shocking pass and a terrible
Dave's going to call here. Whether
terrible cheap turnover.
No, Dave's going to call.
What's he going?
He's called not a forward pass.
Oh my goodness! He's called it a knock on. Well, he's got the help of the touch judge here too, and I don't know if you'd be entirely happy if you're an Aberdeen supporter there.
No, what's happened is that did flow forward, but the touch judge has said that it come off the Aberdeen player into touch. It come off his foot, so...
Fair enough. Well, a lucky break for the Rams, Bomber. A lucky break for the Rams there. Choppy Mackay's going to feed this scrum. They're about 42 metres out. Ball goes out to Luke Cameron on the left-hand side of the field, onto Nick Fuller. Nick Fuller is hitting a huge tackle there. Well done by Travis Bateman belted him. Here's Brad Collette. Gets through one. Gets through two. He runs across field. Dave Manane. He gets through Dave Manane. Brad Collette goes out there and scores. We said he was a match winner. He's put the ball down and it's 20-all, Bomber.
Yep. Brad Collette left side. He's been doing it since he was 7-year-old. Doesn't look the fittest player. Get him 30, 40 metres out. I've seen him score a 100-metre try in a 18th grand final like he was in second gear. But
Kid's got spiders on him.
Yep. He just got that uncanny knack of being able to beat a man.
Incredible. Incredible.
Well, who would have thought 20-all, 10 to go. 15 minutes ago, we thought Muswellbrook were shot when they went 10 down, but now it's 20-all with a kick to come. Luke, try and put him in front.
Yeah, it all come from that scrum too, all off the back of that incident where it's come off the Aberdeen player into touch, Bomber, so I think it's a good let off there for him. Yeah, that's right, Reggie. It was an unfortunate call if you're an Aberdeen supporter. It looked to be a forward pass by young Fuller. It was going towards touch and the Aberdeen fellas touched it and it's gone out, and Muswellbrook have got the scrum feed, and Luke from 20 out, 10 in from the southern touch line, I suppose you'd call it, would you say, Reggie? Yeah, the southeastern, we'll call it. He's a good
or the golf club corner.
He's a good kicker, Luke, but as we spoke about, I think he just needs to get back to the basics with those plays, and especially the last play options. He's he's got to focus on that. Round 3 to be a competitive team in the finals. They're going to have to concentrate on just the simple stuff like the last play options.
Yeah, that's it. Still a long way to go. 9.5 minutes left.
He moves in. He striked it. The wind's blowing, and he's
missed it. Luke's missed it.
Golden point extra time if we had it, but no, 20-all at the moment. 9 minutes 30.
Missed the kick, Banker.
9 minutes 30 left on the clock. Aberdeen in a hurry to get back there to take
Elliot Surian back in from the sin bin now. So,
well, they made
Aberdeen
the most of being a man down, Bomber. They made the most of being a man down.
Yeah, who knows? Elliot out there might have been able to do something. Well, tackle Brad, but yeah, Brad's one of those uncanny players.
Well, we said it about Brad Collette, but Elliot Surian, given the opportunity and the room to move, he can be a match winner as well for the Aberdeen Tigers here, Bomber. It's 20-all, and haven't we got an unbelievable 9 minutes of play left in this match? Yeah.
Really good test for the Muswellbrook boys. As we said all along, we know the Aberdeen boys will play right through to the 70. A lot of experience there. They'll be behind the try line saying, let's just get through the set of 6.
That's going to go over the dead ball, is it? No. Luke Van Roon fields the ball over to Alex Armstrong. Alex Armstrong runs to the line. He's tackled. He keeps going this time, the big fella. And he's tackled 18 metres out, 20 in from touch from his own line. Get up and play it cleanly. Ball goes out to Luke Cameron. He's controlled the ruck well. Big Lukey Cameron gets it out to Liam Dunn. And Liam Dunn, I thought he lost it, but he held on to it. He's tackled 21 metres out from his own line. I'd be confident to say that in the last 8 minutes, Bomber, this scoreline could fluctuate 3 or 4 times still.
Easily. Isaac Boyle, unusually.
That was a high tackle.
Yeah, he's hit Luke right across the side of the jaw.
I don't know how Dave missed that.
Luke probably just needs to get up, play the ball. Obviously, Isaac will have to run the ball again sometime in the next 8 minutes.
Anyway,
the square up could be coming.
I'd say he was unsighted there, poor old Dave. Nevertheless,
I'll be trying to utilise Jacob Kennedy right now. He's just been a bit quiet.
Yeah, they've got to get the ball out to him first too. But if you're smart here, the Rams can see in the back line there's a couple of big forwards there in the Aberdeen line. They could utilise, go straight through them. Ball goes to Choppy Mackay, short pass to Liam Dunn. Gets off his left and he's hitting a good tackle from Marky Wilton.
Lukey Cameron's no good. I think someone's got to step in here and play that first receiver role, whether it be Brad or young Fuller that's playing fullback.
That's Choppy Mackay's going into first receiver. Brad Collette and Choppy Mackay need to take control of this match. Short 10 metres there. Brad Collette gets the ball. Little chip in no man's line. That's 6 to go. Is he called 6 to go?
No, he's called play.
He's called play on.
How's that not 6 to go?
Oh, goodness me.
He really played at that for a
But he did kick it. He kicked it right under pressure. There was 3 Aberdeen players right in front of him. I don't know if he should have given another pass one wide and someone else put the ball downtown. But here we go. The Aberdeen Tigers, 45 metres out from the Rams line. Centre field. Brad Fenton gets the ball and he takes it forward. Rams defence will have to be spot on here. Liam Dunn takes that tackle on Brad Fenton. Ball goes to Graham McRae. And Graham McRae, room to move, goes forward about 25 metres out centre field from the Rams line. Jake Boyle onto brother Isaac. Isaac turns it back inside to Mark Wilton. Short across field play onto Elliot Serhan. He darts around as usual and taking a good tackle from Hovey. 15 metres out from the Rams line, short pass to Brad Fenton. Brad Fenton, room to move. He gets over the advantage line. One-on-one strip. Is he going to say 6 to go?
No, what's he ruled here? Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, no.
No, he said play the ball. I think he's going to give 6 to go.
Yep,
he does. He signals 6 to go. So the Tigers have got a full set of 6 here. They're 15 metres out from the line. He's saying that the Rams boy ripped it out, so he's given the Aberdeen the play here. He's the big fella, number 18, Travis Bateman, and Bateman charges forward to the line. He's only a metre out. Boyle at dummy half, ball goes short to Gordon Akuma. Gordon Akuma goes to Choppy Mackay, and they're trying to hold him up with the help of Jacob Kennedy. Boyle at dummy half, long pass out. The defence comes up too quick. A short pass on to Brad Fenton. He's dove over. He scored right next to the upright.
Liam Dunn.
That's Travis Bateman that scored. It's a big boy of Bateman.
Yep.
Liam Dunn racing out of the line to go for the intercept there.
He did.
Just created that extra gap there. And
again, that move from dummy half, boys. Jacob Boyle, short pass to a good player in motion, 3 metres out, and on this occasion it was Travis Bateman who dove over and scored right next to the upright.
Yeah, that close to the line, you've got to defend as a unit. You can't defend individually by meaning jumping out of the line. You're just creating that space for, one, the hooker to take an option, whether to jump in behind you, grab a kick behind you, or put a runner in, or he just goes himself. You've just got to defend the try line as a unit, not just one or two people, as a unit. There'll be plenty of opportunities here in the last 5 minutes, so they can get another good set of 6 at the Aberdeen side. That's providing they don't give any piggybacks from the kick-off all the way down like they did in that set.
Well, Bomber, it'll be 4.5 minutes to go. Matty he won't have any dramas with this. It'll take it to a 26-20 lead. You reckon this game's going to be a draw? He's kicked the upright, but it's went in. Can you believe that? I put the mock on him straight away, but it did go over eventually. It's 26-20 with 4 minutes to go. By the time they kick this off, they need an error. Muswellbrook need to force the error into the Aberdeen Tigers here and apply the heat.
Yeah, you're right, Banco. It's just about playing set for set here now, and they might get another opportunity till a minute to go, but they just can't afford to let Aberdeen come down and put extra points on. Now they've got that 6-point lead.
Luke Cameron kicks it straight down Big Sam Gleeson's throat. No, that's Matty Thompson. My apologies. On to Fenton. Fenton charges the ball forward. It was an ordinary tackle by Luke Cameron. Jacob Kennedy came out of it badly as well. Wade McKenzie, look at that left-hand side. They're all offside, Bomber. Gordon Akuma gets the ball and he's tackled 35 metres out from his own line.
Too many blokes trying to
My goodness,
put
it's shirt grabbers.
Just getting the technique right.
Dead set shirt grabbing. There's one. Matty Thompson gets the ball. He beats 4 or 5. He's charging towards this line. Gives it back inside to Manane and it's all over. Manane goes and puts the ball down. Shirt grabbing deluxe there by the Rams in defence. That was woeful defence, and they've paid the ultimate price. With 3 minutes to go, it's 30 points to 20.
Yeah, as I said, if they could stop them from going down and getting points straight from the kick-off, there'd be a chance. But it's just blown that right out of the water then. Yeah, very ordinary defence. Wasn't 1 or 2. It was, you could nearly say the whole side, but shirt grabbing, going out of the line, not coming up with the defensive effort that was required. With trailing by 6 points, you need to have better defensive effort than that if you're looking to tie the game up or even win it.
Well, Sam Gleeson that made that break, not Matty Thompson, but I'm sure Matty will take it. You're right, Benko. But
they look alike.
Good, great inside ball to Dave Manane, but yeah, just lack of urgency. You see Lukey Cameron coming to the sideline here. I think that's probably about 6 minutes too late that he should have come off after that knock.
Yeah, goodness me. My apologies to Sam Gleeson. Both him and, we'll have a look at the two boys. Both lean, strong, young, tall-looking, blonde-headed boys. Yeah, I need better glasses.
I think that the boys, if they watch that video back of their defensive effort, they've lost all technique. They were seeing how hard they could hit instead of stopping the ball. They should have been saying, boys, let's just get through the 6 defensively. Aberdeen were never going to throw much at them. They had a 6-point lead, but because they were jumping out of the line, everyone trying to individually make a make the defensive effort, they've got up the other end of the park and scored.
Well, it started on the 30, didn't it, Bomber? That play from Aberdeen started on the 30, and there was a host of Muswellbrook players left lying in the ruck from shirt grabbing and just falling off the tackles. Well, here we go. In the last minute and a half, Elliot Sirhan gets the ball and he takes it over his 20, centre field. Hitting a good tackle there by Nick Clark. And Nick Clark, Mark Wilton will take the next hit up for the Aberdeen Tigers. Comes to Jacob Kennedy and Luke Van Roon. He's tackled 35 metres out, 10 in from touch. Wilton plays the ball, gets it on to big Jimmy Diggins, and Jimmy Diggins takes the ball, charges forward over his own 40. Jacob Boyle at dummy half, ordinary play the ball. And Dave Windlass has noticed
Knock on.
Yep. It wasn't the greatest to play the balls. It's not going to do Muswellbrook any good. It's 32 points to 20. And look, in all honesty, Muswellbrook have been their own worst enemies. They started they hit the back early, late in that first half, and I thought they were going to go on with it. Probably didn't need the half-time break, Bomber.
No, it's unfortunate. I know Duke will be disappointed, but playing against the Premiers, he's
there's a lot to like. There is a lot to like about the Muswellbrook side. There's no question. Just have to be patient, go through their structures, and they've just got to treasure the possession a little bit better than they have. Mark Wilton came in for a really big hit on Wade McKenzie. They're very lucky that Macca changed direction. Here's Hovey taking the ball. There's about 25 seconds to go. He's centre field. Wilton's coming in for a couple of real nigglies in the...
Got to finish off well there, Banker. They've got to finish off well.
A converted try will do them the world of good here. Matty Mackay jinks off his left, jinks off his right, goes forward. Hitting a good tackle. He unloads to Wade McKenzie. Wade McKenzie goes to the line. He's trying to get through Gordy Akuma.
Numbers here on the right.
Good tackle by Jake Boyle as well. Straight under the post. About 3 seconds to go. He's not even going to have time to get up and play this ball. There's no time out, and there's the full-time siren. 32 points to 20 in this reserve grade clash. Good effort from both sides, a bit sloppy all over, but good fight back from Muswellbrook, and then an equally better fight by the Tigers in the second half. Overall, a good game, boys. Very impressed.
Good game, Banko, but on reflection, the best side did win. Aberdeen held sway for the majority of the game until Muswellbrook made that little bit of a comeback, but defensively, when the pressure was on, Aberdeen withstood the pressure, and Muswellbrook, when the game was on the line, defensively didn't make the tackles that counted.